know that you will remember. Oh, you be so tender. I don't know why it looks funny to me. Oh, all right, whatever. Is it this? Give me a second, my people. I like this thing. I had it a certain way that I wanted it to go. Wait, hold on. Okay. Hi, my loved ones. Pardon me for that. Thank you so much. Greetings. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Like I said, let me start again. Good morning. Good evening. Good afternoon. Wherever you at. I pray for safety and protection to be wherever my collective's at, as well as for myself. I pray that everybody's safe, warm, happy, and healthy. Even if you are in unhealthy conditions and wherever you are in your storms, I pray that your spirit would keep you safe and that the angels is watching over you wherever you are and you have enough to sustain your peace for this cold night as we approach the winter. Coldest winter. Coldest winter. I thank you, God, for protecting me from all sides. Thank you, ancestors, to the highest light, to the highest sun. Archangel Michael, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you, all my galactic and archangel one that watches over me and watches over all of us. Thank you, my ancestors, grandpa, grandma, everybody that's watching over me, that's rooting for me, that's praying for me. I thank you. My galactic family, my galactic family federation, that's from far and beyond, near and close, close and far. Either way, they're all around. Can you see them? I don't know. If you're looking, maybe you will, maybe you can't. Sometimes things is not as easy for the visible eyes to see. But I thank God for the covering. Even if I can't see, I know that I'm covered from every side. Thank God for the Almighty. Ashe. Ashe, block me from all negativity and return to sender immediately. Judgment is my sweetest victory. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So, my loved ones, I'm your queen. Nefertari, Atia. I am she. All family line. Listen, waking. My people, we need to be waking. It's time. It's time to wake up. It's time to open up your eyes. It's time to see the wonderful, wonderful surprise. It's time to open up your eyes. No, open your eyes. Until my eyes is open. No, open your spiritual eyes. So if anything is left and anything was left unbroken, then you be healed. But if something is broken, then you're not healed. You have to heal whatever that was broken, that was meant to be, or that was supposed to be. Either way, I tell you, my loved ones, I want us to rise. It's time. What you mean it's time? Yes, it's time, baby. Oh, it's time. It's time to open. Open our eyes. It's time to see. see how it could be when you are here. It's a wonderful place to be. Oh, my loved one. I'm thankful for the Lord that I'm here. I am. Because not many people can still be standing. And I don't know what's the outcome. I don't have to know, but I know that the power that's invested in me, which is our first God's conscience. You said, where's God? How come I don't see? What do he look like? What she look like? She look like you and me. It's your conscience. It's a better version of you. It's the thing that helps us to get through. It's the thing that makes us unbeatable. What is that? It's a spirit that said don't quit. It's unquittable. Oh, how does that go? Well, it goes like whatever you learned in your life lesson. If you learn to make good choices, then bad ones, surely you have learned something to keep going on your path. Listen, sometimes this journey is hard. Oh, whoever said it was easy? I couldn't imagine. I said, well, what I need to do, what I need to have. So you need to have faith. Oh, faith. What's that? Something imaginary? You mean something I can't see I need to have? I need to have faith in that? I need to have faith so I can believe? Oh, really? I don't need it. It's messing with me. So why do I need to have faith? Is that something I'm supposed to use that I can't see? Yes. Well, certainly. Well, whatever do you say? Why do you say that? Well, if you live by blind faith, that's something you can't see. That's something that you need to know what you're capable of. You should know your own capabilities. Even if you don't know all yourself, life is help you. Life is there to help us to discover all our own inner discoveries. Be your own map. Discover yourself. Find out where you at, where you begin. When did you start and where did you go off the map? What wrong road did you turn? How do you get back on track? Pay attention to those things. It's things that give us and tell you all about you. Be your own story. You your own book. Who's going to do it better than you? Somebody could try to imitate you. I have many imitators. Let me tell you something about some Destiny Swap haters. I didn't know what it means. I thought that Destiny Swap is I'm speaking what's on my spirit. I'm not, for those that is not familiar, I hope that if you see, you can take something away and learn something from me. As I learned from the great divine, he said, teach my people. Tell them where I'm at. And he told me not to read that book, which is the great Bible. Don't read it. It got lies in it, but the truth is there. I was so confused, my loves. I said, well, surely I can't read it. If I read it, and I get to understand now, all Psalms was my main books. Not I didn't read the whole entire, but I read it, is what I'm saying. And then it becomes something different. When the book is a guide, I don't need to, it's like a reference, so you can understand why. It's not, we are the Bible. So everything that exists that you can touch, see, and feel, the people that you can see, the people that keep it real, those are your real stories. These are our life lessons. The ones that come in our life to teach us life lessons, to either be a curse or I could be a blessing. Which one do you want? I'll give you what you want. You want life? I'll give you life. You want love? I'll give you that. But you got to be able to give it right back. It got to be easy. It got to be back and forth. It got to be mutual. It got to be balanced. I'm a fair one. For your tarot readers that read Amethyst Rose, Stacy DG 420. I'm trying to remember some of you off of my dome. Amethyst. Intuitive Kev. Electric. The light of the elect. Blue and white chair. He know what I'm talking about. High five to you. Lord Draco. High five to you. All of the readers that read intuitive, divine, and divinely sent, or divinely faceted. Girl, go check these people. We waking up. It's so many of us that's reading the storyline of this chosen that got swiped because the ex chose friends and family, sisters, siblings, a sibling, friends and cousins. What is going on? I don't know. What I do know that it's families that exist that believe in the other side, and it's called the other side of the abyss. You mean, whatever do you mean? You mean that it's other lives outside of this life that this world told us that we never seen? Yes, my loves. Yes, it is another way. It's called trust yourself, heal yourself, and you shall see another version of yourself that don't belong to here. You mean we can go somewhere? Yes, you can go far away. You never have to come back. You mean never? No, never. You never got to come back. So why you talk like that? Because I do. Because I want you to listen. Because this is me. This is everything of me. And they said, why you act like you so, she seems so nice. She act like this. And she not really like this. I'm really like everything. I'm everything you like. What's your pleasure? If you give me love, I'll give you the same. If you give me nothing, I'll give you the same. But it's not the same as I give it to you. And I walk away. I take everything back with me. And I leave you with nothing but an imitation version of what you thought you could be like. Well, I could take her essence. I got the. Do you know that I got to say this because we're in warfare. We're in a terrible spiritual warfare. And only the ones that's in the know of transformation, not everybody will see. Not everybody can feel that when something is messing with your energy, something is messing with your crown, they're trying to take your knowledge away from you. They don't want you to see nothing but a baby. If you said monkeys and you send them flying, and you send them flying like monkey see, I said monkey see. So if you said monkey, do as I say, do as I do. I'll tell you all the monkeys that was flying. I could see you. Look, listen, why you laughing? How come she laughing? I bet you won't be laughing. I bet you don't have this. I bet you won't have that. Look at you now. You crying, you all alone. I bet you broke. You could bet everything you want to bet, but you can't. I bet you this. You can't break something that was already healed, that was already dead, that was already made to be, reborn to be, renewed to be spoken. Something had to die. Yes, it's okay. I welcome all of you that played your parts, everybody. We all said, this is the world stage. Do your best. So we have to do our best. I just thought about being me. I thought that for people that didn't have, or they was broken, surely God sent me to love them, to heal them, but they didn't want to heal with me. They just wanted me to give them, to see how I speak, my knowledge, my wisdom. Where did it come from? Who taught you these things? No one. It was already given to me. When you could travel the cosmos, I'm an Aries fire sign. So I'm going to say some of the players that was part of my life that helped me to get to the part of me to remember is another part that you didn't let go away. When you with someone for a long time, I didn't know I was with a warlock. Now, Virgo might not want me to say. I say everything that I need to because your people need to be exposed out loud. Because if you could hold something, it may not be personally, but some of it is personal. If you personally came against me, I know who I am in the family. So, sis, why did you try to spite me? We mothers, why would you do that? It doesn't make sense to go against your family. Oh, you're not my family. Yeah, maybe not because we chose a different side. I love the righteousness of the Most High. I believe in that. I wouldn't want to cut my family line down for money. No, I wouldn't. I would never. Not because I'm better, because I'm not weak in my spirit to let something as frivolous as paper that got green, that got God or say to change just to get an element or to get something to wear, to taste, or to drive. Whatever the case is, I'm not willing to sell my soul or to trade my goodness for worthiness, less nothingness, so I can look like everything on the outside. Inside is hollow. Hollow man, hollow woman. You see, they make the movies hollow. Use it and see what I'm trying to say. They hollow, they empty, but they look like everything. They look prestigious. They look like something because they got money. Oh, welcome to my home. Look at my life, but their spirit is wrong. Listen, in this time, if we called ourselves and we saying for who we are, we should be in abstinence, unless you're married. If not, because we single. Oh, I didn't. If you disobey the Lord in any way, and say, well, I could go. This is for the ones that's assigned as soulmates, and twin flames. Twin flames is usually when you start off comic. Now I'm gonna say what comic is. That's when you have a toxic, low vibrational frequency behavior. Whether you drink, you cuss, it's not the point that I'm not talking about people that cuss because we say a curse and that's how we talk on I got them effing business or whatever the case is. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when your spirit is low and that's all you got. That's all you can talk like. You don't have nothing with you. It's no substance. It's nothing deep. It's nothing to get you to rise above your sleep. Something. Surely you look a little bit deeper. You could look at the people. Listen, when you step out of this arena and you find yourself after all the dirt and mud, after your joys, your highs, and your lows, and you said, wow, you should come to the conclusion to be where I'm at. For the ones that understand why we love ourselves, listen, crumbling creatures, those that is bad, that look for other people like leeches to suck on because you have nothing, because you gave up all your power and you stay with the people that's sucking on you like leeches, and you're losing your drain power and you wonder why we have money problems. I said, Lord, I may have them, but my spirit is whole. He said, I made you whole. It wasn't the money, it wasn't the gold. If I didn't have it, that doesn't mean I didn't have it within. Because somebody look at somebody that treat themselves and hold yourself at high esteem. You treat yourself because you know yourself. I grew up. I rose. And I said, I'm going to rise my own. I'm going to raise my own bar. I'm going to be my own brand new, amazing fantasy. I'm going to be my own dream. I can love myself. I can be everything I want to be to myself. I think that I'd rather start low, slow, and hold on to God integrity. I don't need to be perfect. I needed to have strength and courage because you need that in this life. Life is not all the time going to be so nice to you. It's not all the time going to be like this, very smooth to you. And even when it is, remember the roaches is watching you. They'll take you on a boat ride. Whoa, they'll rock the boat with you. They'll give you a night between the sheets. Oh, they'll make you rise. Oh, they'll give you chills on your spine. It feels like the earth is shaking. Whoa, they make you look like they got something. They body a destiny swap. They saw something that you was amazed with. So they need the glamour to make them so you can see them as who the glamour is. If I leave her desolate and broken, they won't see her for who she is. They'll see me because I got the house, I got the shine. I stole this man, I worked my magic. I made up my mind. I used it to trick him. I used it to trick her, to make her see me a little bit thicker, to make her look at me as meat. Whatever it is, y'all better stop playing with that spooky jiggle bell, all that stuff. It's not spooky. It's not. What I'm saying is, stop playing with it. It's forbidden because when you messed up by coming from someone that was not like you once, that was different. But you said, yeah, she's different. Let's test her. Let's see. She ain't nothing. She's by herself. Let's have a little fun. It started out as little. A little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit of hate, a little bit of love, a little bit of hate, a little bit of love. You didn't have no love. You don't even know what love is. Even if you think that you have toxic love, it's not real. It's an illusion because you don't know what love is. If all of us been taught the wrong way, follow me, my loves. If all of us been taught and all of us learned that the enemy came to deceive us, or not some, not one, not a little bit, not a whole lot, all together, all for one. They made a vast arena around the earth, and they said we're gonna go around the world confusing them. They're gonna be praising me. We're gonna put them going to church. We're gonna put the illusion of what a God looks like. We're gonna give them a face of what we want them to look, what we want them to think it looks like. Put a little whiteness. Put a little white on your face. Listen, I'm not racist, people. Please believe I'm not. But you got to understand that history in this country, being born here, to make us pay for things as we was born here, it should be a privilege to give us, because we wake up and we fix it and we put it together with our children. Do you know it's no reward for the hard things that we actually matters in this life? Oh, you mean something else really matters? You mean it's not our degrees? It's not what the world considered to say, oh, we see a job well done. You're a humanitarian. Well, you did great. You fed children. I seen that you made a school. You did something that was wonderful. But if it wasn't by the God in you that rises in you, then what God did you say that granted you favor? Religion is a confusion, it's a mishap, it's a misrepresentation of who we are by design. We are spiritual beings. Most of us is ordinary beings that are taught to live in a world that is in a matriarchal world that controls your assimilation. Ours control what we see, how we think, what we think about ourselves, how we see people, what we think looks good, and what's important. What's important is love. Oh, if you got love, you mean tell me that's going to stop you from getting hit by a bullet? If you so kind and you so this, you should be this and you should have that. You think that's going to stop you? That's going to put food on your table? Yes. 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 And 1,000 times yes. Because it's different when you have the most great divine, the all-knowing type of love that won't leave you desolate or broken, even if it seemed like it is, even if life seemed like it's going slow and nothing is working. Only thing I know to live by is faith. That's all I ever known. Especially when you leave your mama place or father's place, whoever place you leave, and you want to go on your own. That's a different type of race. Now, that's saying you are ready for the challenge of life because you don't know what upheavals you're going to go through. You don't know what it's going to bring of you. I started out, you could be in a shelter, you could start somewhere. People, please pay attention. Don't worry about certain things unless you don't have a desire to change. If you don't have a desire to change your mind, your life, you don't want to see something better than with yourself or better than what you thought was the perfect, most beautiful thing, gifted and wrapped in life. You remember what's the movie? Indiana Jones. Of course, you remember. I think it's the Temple of Doom. Either that one, no, Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade, where he had to pick the golden cup. Which one was going to be the fountain or the cup to save his life? Now, one of the ones picked the most shiniest, beautiful thing. Please pay attention to people that if they can hear. If you ever got ears and you ever want to hear, pass it along. Give it something. Open your spiritual eyes. Open your spiritual ears. Listen with your spiritual heart so you can understand that everything that looks good and seems nice, it could be empty. It's a trap. It could be very dark. It could be your karma. Be careful. Choose wisely. And something that don't look as shiny, something don't look all as put together, but they have everything. They just need a little help. They need somebody to pull the lever. Whatever that is, do you know how to choose? Did you learn your life lessons? Did you know how to choose and be more clever? Or did you become a user or abuser of those that was less fortunate or seemed like less expendable? Listen, you ones that works for these underground governments and agencies that works together, families and clusters that use life for greed to get rid of each other because that's how they live their life and they call themselves swingers. Let me tell you about some of these hangers. They hang themselves. Hangman is a difference if you come against the chosen and a high ranking. Is that I don't have to make believe who I am. I don't need everything to be glitter and shiny. I am everything, the knowledge that's within, because I couldn't have got it if I didn't get it from the one that says, listen to me, my spirit is with you. Tell my people that I'm not in a church building. I'm not in nobody's house. Y'all are my church. We are the people. We are the church. We don't need a building to go and pray and say, well, you got to do fellowship. You can. I'm just saying. It's not a God that would separate from himself unless it's one that is not indifferent from the other. Which one is that? Listen, the one that told me don't go to church. I'm not there. I'm everywhere you at. And there's no place that you would be that I'm not there. Listen to me. That one told me just like that. Tell my people, make it simple, make it plain. Whether you listen, whether you say, let me think about it. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to listen to her because she said that. Oh, her God, who I don't know who she talked to. Well, you know, it can't be the one that you believe because the other one, nobody knew about the other one because the world been following one that's been confusing everybody. Okay, it's been one that's been rolling around the earth that says, I come to steal, kill, and destroy. Where is that one hiding at? Is it in your school? Do you think it won't sit next to you in the pews? Do you think that it won't take your little kids downstairs so they can confuse them in the little school for what they call it, Bible school? Come on downstairs, the little children. They go get them downstairs, brainwash the adults and we brainwash the children a little way, let them color and dance around and teach them certain things about the confusion. When you offering up the children, my people, think about it. If the enemy is every goddamn where, you got to follow and pay attention to me. Listen to me. If it's roaming around, confusing everywhere, it came to kill, steal, and destroy. Who would it go after first? Do you think it would be some toys, some little GI Joe, or would it be your children, or would it be after your own soul, your family, your mother, your father? Do you think it won't corrupt us from generation to generation? No, you. Well, nobody's thinking. Somebody is listening to me. Somebody would feel me. Somebody would think like that. Somebody would say, "Yeah, they poison us in our foods. They put things in our drinks. They put poison. They give us spirits and they call it drinks. They say it's liquor. It give us liquid courage. Who courage is in there that's attached to you that you don't know these demons that put conjure up spirits and things like that and put them in a bottle and they know your fool's going to drink it because we don't know better and we just drinking up having a good time. I like goosey here or goose whatever it is that everybody like to drink. I used to like to drink too. I wasn't a big drinker, but I did until I just didn't want to do it. I like wine. So I didn't like wine no more. I thought I was gonna be a wine girl. And then I'm not a wine girl. Then I said, okay, well, I like to smoke. So then I smoke cigarettes. And then I smoke marijuana, what they say is legal, right? Nothing white. I never did any crack cocaine, whatever type of other drug. I knew that weed, regular weed, green, nothing white, nothing out of sight, nothing with tablets or nothing. I don't do pills. I'm not on any medication. So because of these things I used to that I overcame, and I thank God for every part that I overcame, and I thank God for my own celebration that I could celebrate the accomplishment that people listen to me because this is the order. Pay attention to your life so you can be able to celebrate something that surely you overlooked about yourself that you could not see in your life because you didn't have everything you want. It didn't look a certain way. Why this one got to get this? And how come this one is going faster than me? How come I could be moving? I got more, but she seems to still have something that I don't have. What is that? It's called God's given high quality energy. It's solid gold. It came from the one. He said, yeah, I got one. Tell him to wake up. Tell him how I love them. Tell him why we have to forgive ourselves. Those, listen, that comes against the ones that knew, that said, well, we're going to go against this one. Listen, this is what they've been doing the whole time. But they use other things like, what happened? Everybody, I got a question. What happened to COVID? CV, CD, whatever you want to call it. What happened? Did it tiptoe away? Did it go underneath the covers? Did it go to sleep? Did it disappear? I don't know. It was the scariest thing that came out. Oh, wait, it's going to be the shock of the world. Everything is going to change. It's going to change your mind. You will never see the world the same again. To the ones that woke up, that's when I woke up. I said, you absolutely goddamn right, because there's no way in the God green earth that he would shut everything, the Most High. When I say that, because I say he, so I said it on TikTok, so somebody watch it over there. Listen, I'm gonna say the same. The Lord is us, and we are that. Nothing more, nothing less. Whatever you believe your higher quality or power is, your own faith, you believe that is a force to be reckoned with, that governs you down here in this place. I knew I said something wrong, Lord, something terribly wrong. What's wrong with this place? Why does it filled with so much corruption and evil and bitterness? Why do these people hate when there's so much things to look for that is good down here? Why don't these people care about anything that's good for them? No, they do, but they don't like it when it's you. Your light shines, and because you did right good things in your life, that's so I'm explaining for people that say, oh, your light irritates their demons. The demons is things that they haven't cleaned out, things they haven't made sure to identify or to get rid of. Things that they couldn't see in a mirror. I don't know if I'm a man, if I see myself any clearer, if I'm getting darker, if I'm getting thinner, if I'm gaining any weight, what's happening to me? I can't see. Everything's getting cloudy. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm confused. Exactly. That is what the enemy would do. And if you don't come to that conclusion, if you ever say, I'm confused, you better know those words belong to this world. Because the Most High, there's no fear there. It's not confusion. You understand, it's clear. You understand. Listen, I have arrived. I have arrived. It's not a surprise that when I asked the Lord, I said, Lord, hold me, strengthen me. Surely I know if he loves his ones, he's going to guide you and protect you very nice and slowly. I pray for such a one that I wanted. Listen, when you pray for something, ladies and gentlemen, I pray my kings and queens, princes, princess, prince, whatever you want to call, all in between, God's love, beloveds, listen to me. If you ever pray, and we pray diligently with all our hearts, and years go by, time go by, and the answer is never met. It don't take a long time for the Lord to answer a prayer if it's meant to be met. If it lines up with the authority of the Creator of the Most High, that's already the righteous side of you that you have not tapped into. You got to jump into yourself. Say, self, let's go. I want to see what we made of. I want to see another part of myself. I want to see how I can fly. I want to see how I'm going to go up in the sky. I want to see how I can stop these tears from falling down my eyes. I said, Lord, I want to see something. He said, Lord, he said, baby, I got you. To be able to sit with the Lord, I can't even tell you. I got to experience some. I can tell you a very few. Not going to say all, but whatever I say, it's going to be pretty much amazing. Well, to me anyway. I guess to you, because I get to do things that most people can't do. And it's not a gloat, it's an honor. So I said, Lord, I'm going to scream and shout your name and say that you did it because of you. I'm everything I am that I believe because I believed in you and said that if I walk with you, my people, why don't you walk with me? If somebody said, put on a coat and it's white and it's a lab and they say, come to the doctor, let me check you. Let me talk to you. Let me tell me what's wrong with you so I can see. Do I know these people? No, but we trust them because they went to school and we know a name and you can look them up and say, well, I know them. Well, people know them. They do this. They have a good list. They have a good rapport. Looks good, right? They save many souls or whatever the case it is. I don't like them because that's another place that they license to kill. It's not that I don't like people because everybody's not wicked, everybody's not deceitful, but the organization that surrounds us is. It is. It is. It's wicked. Anytime you got a God, that could make us use money to feed ourselves, to pay bills, pay on taxes, pay this, pay that, and you can never get to a place where, am I ever paid up? Am I ever going to, if you're a renter, oh, but I live in an apartment, I'm not in a house. If I was in a house, I got to be a homeowner, I got to pay property tax, I got to pay water. What are we paying for water? Water is what the body needs. It's something that every living being requires. Listen to that. And this is we be born in. This is the country you wake up to. Then when you go to school and you have to put your kids to school, you was raised in the system. And then, you raise your kids in the system as you. And you take them to school as I did. My mother did the same thing. So I did the same thing too. Listen, I wanted to be all American way. I wanted to see my kids graduate, go to the colleges, go everywhere. I'm saying it should be free. You cannot water down something and say, pay for this lies. Okay, gladly. How much do I need to pay? They do it in a way where it's so clever. But if you think about it, wait a minute. Nah, I'm not with that program. You either stay the same or you change. Because you have to understand, if you don't change, we're going to stay in the system. They're going to tell our mind, you have to stay like this because everybody else is like this. Nobody gets out. Nobody gets to say, man, listen, your system is cracked. Why? Because you put crackheads in a system. They don't literally have to be crackheads, but they had to crack if they went against the Most High. Or for one, that he said, leave this one. You wasn't supposed to touch this one. She was supposed to be loved. Why did the family let astray? Why did you think you should put this one on the chopping block? Why did you think you should switch destinies and that life is going to sit and you're going to be graduated and you're going to be okay? Okay? Yes. For a little while. For a little while. Wait and see. I don't know. I'm not putting that on nobody, but what I'm going to say is, if anybody that did anything or said anything or thought anything wrong about me, so be it. What happened, whatever it is, I don't have to know. It's not my area. I don't need to know unnecessary things. I just need to know who's doing what to me. And if I want to know, I said, Lord, that's the beauty. He gave us to speak with authority. Lord, who? Show me. My great ancestors lead me. Help me. Listen, you need protection, babies. Y'all been playing in forbidden magic on the wrong one. Now, I understand that these people, y'all been doing this is the land of a living. This is how we make our living. This is how we make our fun. If you think it's a trick or you think, oh, I don't know where you get that from. Oh, it's live and it's public for everyone. So, why these organizations messing up with the earth, Angel? And if you call yourself that, for all the women, Tauruses, men and women, exes, that was an ex to me. If you anywhere and you ever get to see and you get to watch this, consider yourself to be just that to me. If you're ex, that's where you belong. You X yourself out. You're unknown. You shouldn't have been in the unknown because that's what it is. Oh, what do it mean? It means that you don't know yourself because you gave up on yourself. You sold yourself away. In order to sold your soul, listen to this, people, because we think about, oh, they sold just for money, or that means that we could think a lot of things, but the depths of it, the understanding of it, besides just, oh, they sold for money and fame. Yeah, but think about, do we analyze and even think, what do that mean? If that happens, that changes the order of a man or a woman from being in control of your natural state of being, what we was born as, whether you was a male child or a female. It's only two. You can only be one of them. It's very rare if you have two. Okay? I don't know how that go. I guess you go by whatever dominance, or you just keep it because you don't know which one you want to affect. So you just grow up keeping both, having a good time with your life, however you see fit. What I'm saying, my ones, when you look deep down, if something is corrupting and changing us for the natural use of what we are and creating us to be a certain way, and then you go into these arenas and you sign a papers to say you want to be part of the secret society. I had it. You know what I did? I read it. They got a lot of interesting details how they follow you around. I think that's it. That's everybody. I don't know. Either way, I didn't answer. I'm not interested. I don't want nobody controlling me to tell me, oh, you gotta be in the circle. This who you gotta marry. You want to be married. You could get in this way. You could be like this. You do a little sprinkle. So for the people that got certain jobs that came after me, supposed to be friends, and they was never. They was always my enemy. They was watching and plotting, just stealing my energy, waiting to see, getting on to something, seeing how they can take something from me. Okay, you did. What did you do? It doesn't matter. I know who I am. I'm not competing with nobody. I compete with no one. This is my family line. I know who the hell I am. This is something when you do a breach and you got to use spell work to get it to go your way, to steal somebody else. You're not even in my bloodline. How dare you try to take someone else's family line place and claim yourself to be one of the angels from God? Like if the Most High in my family, the angels up in heaven, your ancestors, your family, your blood family, the real ones, the ones that's fighting for you when you can't see, they fight for you in the back. Those ones ain't confused. Who's their family? You may confuse people down here because they're like, oh yeah, you look like the real one. Life is going. When you're trying to steal something to imitate the sun. Either way, what I'm saying is your times is done, people. I don't know why you got on them sides. That's how it was going down. They've been corrupting and stealing and lying our families, using all kinds of tactics. iPhones. I see you. Even the galaxy, it doesn't matter. All these stuff is it's not that we can't use it. Listen to what I'm saying. If something is made to be wicked by wicked deceivers, it's just the knowledge of understanding how their mind work. It's not going to be like vicious. Ooh, I'm coming to get you. I'm gonna trick you. I'm gonna tie you up. I'm gonna take your life. Before you know it, you will end up with nothing. So you get these people that you and your families, they work for the government. These are people in high places. And you don't see them high because, like, okay, they got a nice job, they got a good paying job. Yes, but it's their spirit. It's to be kind and still rule and still lead with fairness. Then surely you earned your position. You didn't abuse it. But if the position is abused with authority or power, the way we talk to people, talk beneath them, put them down because you feel, now let me correct myself, when you feel that others are beneath you and we talk a certain way and we want them to feel small because we know more than them and we want them to, that spirit is not me. So I'm going to tell you, all negative energies and all y'all that used to think or even feel that certain way about me return to you so you can feel all your vigor in your own hate. I don't have to worry about if somebody feels a certain way. I need to feel a certain way. I did nothing wrong. My ones. If your hands and your heart is clean, don't cause anger to those that cause anger to you. Those ones are in pain. It doesn't matter if you shine like the light with all your box of makeup to make you look bright. All the people that use um, glam magic or magic to help them to get jobs, help them to get favors. You think they doing it naturally? Most of them? No, not if you on that side because ain't nobody I know is on this side with me. Don't have to be sitting with me. You're not in the spirit. You're not even talking to me. So who said God that you serve that deceives us the whole enemies? Those are your peoples. That's who you pray to. That's why you can sprinkle things and I can watch you. I have seen you do bad things. And I said, surely, Leo, if Grace, I said, why do you do these things? Why do you wish things on people and want your life to be a good example? Why I could say you because I talked to you and you said some things. You said, I thought you thought I was sleeping with your man. How would I think that? I didn't even think that. So if y'all was doing it magically, that tells me, brother, I'm not asleep. I've been woke the whole time. Just because somebody don't want to acknowledge, I'm going to learn and know, because when I speak, somebody going to tell me the truth, whether you know it or not. I'm going to ask the question a certain way, and either way I ask, the way you respond tells me what I need to know. You will never know. Why? Because you don't know the question I'm asking. It's very simple. It's not the same as you walking away or saying that you wanted to be a friend to me. This one, sisters, why you stop talking to me? Everybody stop talking at the same time. So I know it's all a game. Oh, we're going to wait to see. Oh, everybody stay away. Everybody stay. And we're going to give it some time, give it some space. So nobody's singing this one. Nobody talk to this one. Oh, no, I wasn't around this one. Listen, it is going down just because I'm not included. Oh, you're not included. You know why? Because I walked away and you're pissed off. How egregious and the audacity of some of you crumbs that if you could take something from someone and get the attitude that they said, well, I'm not going to be a punching bag for you. I'm out of here. Punch on yourselves. I'm going to go free myself. Oh my God. She's getting away. She's evil. If you got to make something up on someone, if you got to make believe you got receipts, it doesn't matter. Or anybody, this is in general. This is general and personal. I don't care how you take it. You can take it or let it alone. When you're doing something right, your spirit is right. It's going to tell you, don't hurt someone because they hurt you. If you can get away from them with your own life and they got their life, walk away so you can save a life that didn't know a life that needed to be saving was your own. And I said, thank you, Lord. He said, yeah, I'm covering you. You belong to me. I'm your home. Yes. You see where that's at? Your own spirit. You find peace. That's where you get your own communications from. This world can't touch that. They don't even know nothing about that. They like, what? What are you saying? Meet George Jackson. Little Elroy. You want to meet Elroy? You don't see that they was in the future? That's in the goddamn future is what I'm trying to say. Meet George Jackson. Okay? That was in over. Over and out. That's what this world is. They can't comprehend none of that shit. They like, I just go to 30, I just go to the Nick degree. Now, ain't nobody made it to the Nick degree. And if you did, that's when you get into the Mason, you get to know all the little tricks, and you get to go to the Bohemian Grove, be howling at the moon. Ooh, I seen somebody in my sleep. I seen someone that was dressed in a cloak that a warlock would wear. That a warlock would wear. And I said, it wasn't just anyone. It was someone I know. So, well, who is this person? Virgo. Listen, man. I gotta say, because I know who I am, I can't play with you people. I gotta say who's who. So people in the world can understand that it's not strangers. It's not the white man. It's not people that say, I'm your buddy. I got your back, but I don't have your back. So when you there and I see you, I don't call you to check on you. I just call to see what you're going to say, see how much I can get, see how much I know, see how much you're going to tell, see how much you're going to go. I'm going to say, oh, I'm not that. You can't tell me you're not. If you was confused, everybody know if you're on the confusion side, you cannot tell yourself better than to not to lie. If you're a liar and the liar taught you how to be a liar, and that's your God, that you say, that God loves me because it protects me to do evil things, and it protects me, and I'm high ranking, I can do what I want. Any type of man or anybody that's battling with a woman, that's a man that has a tool, that has a rod, that's something that's supposed to grow between his legs, and you can argue with a woman where you came from. It doesn't matter if your mother was one, if she was a great one or not, but you came from one, and you were another one that don't deserve that. Another mother that was kind, caring, nurturing, and you didn't want that, or you didn't know how to hold it. I don't think that it was meanness. But let me tell you the gremlins. for the women's that think that to use men because they want to keep secrets under the sheets. They want to be swingers. They don't like to stay with the same. They don't want to be with the opposite sex. They like them, but to use them for money. Now, if you get a man that do the same thing, he uses women for money, but he likes men. She likes women, but she likes to use men for money. Guess what? Perfect team. I like to use women. You like to use men. No problem. We both like who we like, and we're going to make this a business, have kids and all. These people got married and made a goddamn business, and they call this thing a goddamn coven or cult. Whatever it is evil. And they use these things to get rid of family members and do stupid shit to people and call them less than what they are because they don't want to face their demons that they are whatever they call somebody else is because they didn't want to fix themselves, so they call themselves swingers. Don't tell nobody. Too late. The gig is up. You told everybody by coming for this one. You don't come for nobody spotless and think that you're going to have a clean, flawless victory where you get to shield yourself. If you looked up at anything, I can't find nothing. I looked all over. I couldn't find nobody. I looked high and low, and I still can't find nobody. Nobody greater. Listen, you couldn't find no greater information. Whatever somebody got, it doesn't matter unless you tell me this is universal law. I'm not saying what I am saying is not being arrogant or indifferent. To make someone's life suffer at the expense because you want to hold and safeguard an identity. This is what the government do. They go off you if you jogging in Central Park 6 o'clock in the morning. It's always a 6 o'clock dog jogger. I'm running around with my dog. I'm just running around, and something mysteriously happened, and a woman gets attacked. Where's the woman? Who is the attackers? They never get caught. Who are these people? These people works for those people that's in societies, and they don't have to be in high positions with the politician. They just need to know them, pay them off, ask them to do little favors, little crooked shit. Yeah. Everybody got a little crookedness. Everybody ain't goddamn crook. It's not crook or crooked. Everybody's not somebody to get over. Everybody's not looking to see, let me see how I can seek and devour somebody. Let me play mind games. Let me play heart games. I know this person's heart. I know her heart is going to fall for me. Oh, she won't be very smart. She'll fall in my trap. Yeah, she likes to lay on my chest. I rock her to sleep. Before she know it, she won't see nothing. She won't have nothing left. She won't even see it coming. That same one would sleep and look at you. That same spirit, if you don't know who you are, because that one is going to be a little bit mean. It's going to start to be mean to you. It's going to let you want to start to see what your eyes see. So that one got to stay away from you because you can see some things unless you change. You don't want to change. Nah, I'm not trying to change for you. Okay, well, no, listen. Don't change, my people. If you don't want to change, but don't get upset for the ones that took the time to learn some life lessons to do better than what they was. They wanted to see another version of themselves. They wanted to see who they could be that's differently if they applied themselves. They had to walk away from some things. That's not giving up on yourself. You would give up on yourself if we stay. If I would have stayed, you would have killed me anyway. You would have drained every part of me that wouldn't have been left to have nothing to say. Surely, if your eyes is open, you can do it. You can watch. You can say, wow, I can't stand that one, but I love her. Of course you do, because you've never been touched by an angel before. Who else did you know that's a chosen? There's a lot of, it's not a goddamn lot. And you got to stop living in denial. It doesn't make sense. Come out of your illusions, all of you. It doesn't make sense to think that you could do something so wicked and when nothing will happen to you. Oh, this is a tight scheme. This is a tight plan. There's no way we're going to fail. Okay, I'm alive. And I know what you did. I don't need to go to court with you people. I don't have to see and hear. I already, listen, that's not how that go. Either way, what I'm saying is, I never have to know. Let's say I didn't know nothing. But I found out at the end, the greatest thing is when God protects you. With his light and love to expose those that's not good for you. When he revealed those that was never, you mean the one that I thought, the one that I loved, didn't love me the same, or probably did but couldn't show it because it was a shame. But was nice to me in person, but behind closed doors was nothing but a nightmare. Nothing but a nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy Krueger and Jason, Batman, all of them in between. Something out of this world you never seen, you would never believe. What? You mean my sisters, mean friends and families, people, they talked about me like I was nothing. I meant nothing to them after they was my favorite. Everybody was my favorite. I'm telling you, I said that. But I'm glad I did say that because God said, don't be like them. They're going to need to know why you have a heart and a spirit the way you do. Why you don't see things the way they do. Why you don't care if they come to you with things that is frivolous, like roaches and ants, snakes and rats, all hanging together, thinking that they would never get caught in a Spider-Man or a spider trap. All of y'all together, if the snake wrap around you, either they're going to do one or two things. Either they're going to bite you or they're going to squeeze the life out of you. Those snake people, they don't like snakes because they are already. I like them because some of them is up front. They don't all the time sneak and bite you. They'll let you know. I'm coming up on you. If I see you, I'll face you face to face. My spirit will speak for me. And so is the archangels of Michael and Archangel. All the Archangel Gabriel, Metatron. Listen, y'all people, I don't believe you are lying. Listen, let me tell you something. Let me just say it like this. It's a time where people have to stop lying. Imposters have got to go. They have to be exposed because they try to tell us that doing our spiritual way, lighting Palo Santo sage and going to the ocean, getting cleansed with water or whatever it is that we do, it's bad. What you talking about? They saying in the Bible was in there. They was practicing rituals. This is why there's a guide. This is why the Old Testament, these people follow. And they believe it. And they believe in a certain tradition of raising the children to be abused or to use them to trick them with fear. These are organizations that do dark things, mind control, all kinds of things that you can think of. Skinwalkers, face changers, shift shifters, all kinds of. Then you got vampire, energy vampires. Oh, they'll suck you. They'll sit next to you and want to talk to you. I got one. But see, it's a difference. I need that one. Don't need him because God said, watch and see. What I'm saying is, I watch and see that when you get help and you don't appreciate it, you rather hang with the lowlies. You want to hang with the ones that you just seen. And when you step back, you say, well, I look like them, but I enjoy that. Shouldn't I claim them? Yeah, if you want to claim them, but just understand that's where you stay at. You don't get to grow. It's not healthy. If you just get to go stay in the same level, y'all can get married. Everybody can have everything that this world wants you to have, but it's a different when you got the love and the spirit of God to protecting you and saying, let me let me show you what my love is. If you wait, keep your legs closed. Those that's claiming to be a divine feminine in a divine feminine seat at this time of life and everything is working and you're having sexual relations that God didn't appoint, because if it's trying to be somebody that is somebody else's family destiny, we got imposters. So I'm saying impossibly as I'm saying it, it's not a trick, it's not a game. I don't have to sound perfect. I'm not trying to be persuasive. All I'm saying is I know who the true living God is, and it don't look nothing like this world. I've been to places. If you could see or been to other planets other than this place, I've been in bars at 11. I was 11 years old, and I seen 6 astronauts. No, it wasn't 6, it was 12 from different countries walking around trying to see where they can live. They was looking for life. I'm just share a little bit so you can know that the Lord is real. Not this one that they told us about that's running around looking who can seek it to devour. Who would they have to devour? People that look like me and you. Who would they use? You think they're going to use the people in the hospital that you don't see every day? No, they have to use your loved ones. They need somebody you trust. They need somebody that sit up on you close. Someone that can touch you, watch you, eat, to see what you like, to see what you drink, to see what kind of music you like, to see how they can press your buttons, see what makes you sad. And after you said all those things, oh, I said it to one and took everything and gave it to someone else. Sister, friends, and cousins. And had somebody else already. Either way, so why did you stay? I didn't know all about the rendezvous, but why did you stay? Because I was listening to something that I thought that I was being responsible, because I was listening to the Lord, and I thought this one was right. Oh, was I deceived? Yes, but not really, because at the same time, they said, listen, you have to get up pretty early. If I tell you, listen, you talking to me in my dreams, Libra. So you got Libras, all the zodiac signs that you can think of. And then you get all these unimportant people, unimportant, important, whatever it is. All these people in high places to come at the one to say, no, surely we're not going to let you tell us that we are not the ones, that we're not the real. You're not. You know why? Because it's a proof that since you've been walking to and fro, it's been already imperfect. It's been disaster after disaster. There's always pain there. It's more pain in paying something. And we got to buy something to get something, and being used and being part of a cluster. You got to get jumped in. You got to be initiated. You got to be blood in and blood out, jumped in and jumped out. You got to be part of somebody. You got to be something to somebody down here. All of the organizations who appointed you. Most High wouldn't have said, go around and confuse the people and tell them that I said, listen, God's the Most High. This is the real prescription. This is the real deliverance. Heal yourself. Love yourself. Through everything you've been through. If you cry, you and yourself cried. When you got up, you and yourself got up and walked. When you got tired of being in pain, you got tired of being hurt or confused or whatever it is, you said, you know what? I'm ready to not to go back to that life. I learned it was painful. I don't want to see it again. I'm ready to do something brand new. I want a brand new experience with myself so I can see and feel different for myself. Not the things, you can have all the things, but when you don't have self-love, you have nothing. Because those things is going to strip away. They're going to fade somewhere. You're going to get something else. Something else you need to get. Something better. Something bigger. Something more. You see what I'm saying? When the Lord give us and provide us, it's something that stays, something that grows. It's our spirit. It's your confidence, your conscience, you being elevated in yourself to say, this life is not easy. It's not an easy thing. It's not to hurt people and to say, I'm saying if you intently went against the Most High because you don't like what the Most High put in front. Oh, anybody else? Well, I got to be this one because this one came to shake up things for fun. She doesn't care about why people, oh, you're going to embarrass. No, I don't care about being embarrassed, because if you're embarrassed, then you need to change. Definitely. That is your wake up call, because there shouldn't be nothing that you're doing in your life at an old or young age, that if you had children or whatever it is, that if you got parents, people, if you got kids, you should want to be careful. People can say a lot of things and put me on chopping block, whatever you want to say. I went through my own rounds. We all did. What I'm saying is, why be deceived by a deceiver when you can love yourself and be undeceived and live and move another way? Oh, well, I love the Lord. The Lord, I don't know what you're talking about because the Lord always provided for me. Yes, the confusion one. It does that. It will provide because it needs need us to trust and obey. Stay desolate. The Lord told me not to. He told me not to get on my knees. I'm gonna listen to that one. I'm not down there. I'm up. I don't know when we get up or we throw our hands in the air. So what are you throwing it up for? It's innately in us to always go up high. Down low is where the down lows are. That's why they down low is secret. Cover your eye, or if you cover your eye, then they know that you down with the pie. I mean, listen, when you got family that tell you the tea, how to tell the unknowns, even the women, they treat the men's mean. They start arguments and they do stupid things so they can run to somebody else, so they can blame you and say you the problem. You couldn't work. No, oh, you want somebody to be faithful. Stop running around. Can you just be one and one? No, they gotta make excuses. Listen, when there's too many excuses, that person don't know what to do. They want to run around. They don't want you to see them. I don't care how many of you. It's not just one of you. It's a lot of you. It's all of you. Part of a system that messes up generation because you're happiness haters. Why would you let for the twin flame unit when it got the women's and the things and you want to be around dumb simple women that they smart by tricking somebody or try to lose somebody to go off the spot so we can disobey the Most High? It's a good soul that's trapped somewhere, whether you're a man or a woman, in a situation where you shouldn't be because you thought that, oh, money and fame, but it's not the same when the powers beyond this realm said, no, you're not going to mess with my family. You're not going to steal from us. We felt like that even if we was in the flesh or out of the flesh. It's like, how dare you? Are you mad? Yes, so are we. I am not angry to the fact that I need to do anything because I called it. It's such a thing to sit down so people could ever see something in real life history that you can call on the powers of your ancestors, your loved ones, your bloodline, your warrior leaders that was ancient before you, before it got to be the type of people that we are in our species and time, our kind, the fourth or whatever kind we is. They was different looking from us. They come from us. So yes, and they say, well, you an alien? Yeah, because my spirit ain't from goddamn here. And I don't understand some of you people because your spirits is rotten. Instead of turning it to be good, we all got a dark and light side. You didn't even need the enemy. It confused you. It made you think that, oh, if you come with me, you get powers. Well, all you have to do is choose a side. You can be your own worst enemy. If you got to sacrifice your own, if your own self, for whatever reason or another loved one, for greed, for gain of money, inheritance, and land, a home, whatever it is that your people do, that your thought, that people do. This is something that society keep doing from generation to generation to generation, and then they use life insurance. Oh, you get the life insurance, and they got high people in places that cash off for way more than what the person was entitled to. They get double the money, right? See, this system is tricky. It's there to trick and slip us and make us go against each other. That's all I'm trying to say to us people. Wake up, because then you'll get downloads so God can guide us to safely through this madness. The more of us wake up, we need to unite, because then we will have ourselves in more. We just be more in line. I don't know everything, but I do know to trust the Lord, that the Lord is never late. The Lord is always on time. As many of us made in this image, it said, use your own mind. Manifest. Think of some things. Think about changing your life. Think about what you want to do. How do you want your life? Why do you need to fix what mistakes that you made, and how did you correct them? These people's not willing to correct them. These narcissists and things like that like to lie and make up things. They feel comfortable being a make-believer. These make-believers got to stop. So I got to say it. So if I hurt your bones, maybe you would think twice and you could get upset. But I'm asking you, don't you want to change, to be able to come to your real home, to say to yourself, to your spirit, let me come into myself. God is calling me in. He gave me a woman. He put men, for a man or a woman, for a woman that's on the other side, if it's a man in your life, pay attention to that. That means he's trying to show you this is the way to go right. If you keep going the opposite way, the Lord is not running after nobody, and neither am I. If you run, that's too bad. Go ahead. Never mind. Next. Me. That's what happened. After everybody turned, everybody walk away. This is the principle, people. When people walk away, you might feel sad. You might feel a lot of things. I don't feel none of those ways that a lot of people feel when they go through things. So they say, well, why are you so different? Because I don't care after somebody else don't. That's just it. If you leave 100 years or whatever, 8 months and whatever time that was invested, and you thought that you should do something that behind the scenes that I probably wouldn't find out, or whatever it is that you did, and you dismissed, you stole or lied, or whatever one of these things, a lot of these things happened to this one. I was stolen from, keys, all kinds of things happened to this one, but I'm still holding, I'm still saying, and I'm still saying to say, I thank God that I didn't retaliate. I thank God I chose me. I walked away. That's the end. I don't got to worry about that again. See? And I don't have to worry about whatever happens to someone, because usually things don't work out after you do things to the wrong one for the wrong reason. You have to find somebody dirty to do something dirt. They need somebody low budget as yourself. You have to be in a low state of mind. If you don't know how to use spiritual law, and you don't know how to use your spell works and things like that, and your rituals, you don't understand spiritual principle, you should not be practicing it, because it will tell you, somebody should have told you, you do not touch God's angels. Those ones is not to be touched. You should, and never to lie to a practitioner, because those people that get lied to on somebody else's behalf, and something bad happened to them, before something bad happened to them, they're going to make sure they come and get you first. So be honest. Be true. Be loyal. I know what I'm saying. That's not capable for any of you, but I'm going to say it anyway, because some other people that's not that has the ability to be that and to see. You're going to want that in your life. You're going to want somebody that was a good friend. Somebody, nobody experienced having somebody, if you're not that yourself, to have somebody else. Usually we don't meet our other selves. A lot of us, and say, oh, you're a church, oh, me too. And the ones that is not being, is chosen because you was chose to answer the call, even through the midst of your pain, even when you didn't know, even when you felt ashamed, even whatever it was, you kept going. No matter what happened to me, I knew to keep my head up. That's how I live. I said, well, if people want to know things about me, and they're going to talk about me, and I don't, well, what I'm gonna do? I mean, they could talk about it. I'm not going back there. I'm going to keep going. Whatever they know, they could talk about that. If they want to waste their time worrying about what I've been through, and I'm worrying about getting through it, so I don't have to experience it again, that's on them. I'm going this way. You see what I'm saying? I had a mindset to be forward. Like, it doesn't matter. Everybody got their thing. Everybody got their thing. I may not know what people's going through, but people's going through it. You just have to understand it, that you're not the only one. So even if you don't know their secrets or their skeletons or the things they went through, but they know yours, doesn't matter. Okay, so watch me. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to hold my head up. I'm going to do it with integrity. I'm not going to let it get me down. It's part of life. It's part of my experience. I'm going to learn from it. That's how I see life. That's how life is approachable. I thought about what I wanted. It's called a seer. It's things that you can see ahead of time. You can see things years ahead. Who is that? That's a seer. Who could give you a vision like that? Who could let you know things like that? Who could let you feel empaths and think about what people's feeling and people's hiding? Who can make you be a lie detector to say, I can detect a lie if you're lying to me from here, if I never saw you before, but I can tell if something's wrong with you if I heard your voice, something, surely I said something is wrong. And there's a lot of fakers because I got to see a lot of things I called out and seen it and said, oh, well, we're not going to let you know that you're right. That is okay if you want to believe and you like to accept to yourself, I'm a liar. And I don't care if I'm a liar. I'm never going to say that I was wrong. I'm gonna take it to my grave. Sorry, too late. Nobody's taking nothing. I told you, if I want to know something, I want to know it. I want to know. So now that I know, then it's up. It's okay. Now, since you won the race, I wish that somebody would have said, you know what, we want to be in a competition with you. I'm like, competition? I don't play games like that. I don't be competition against who for what? I love myself. I'm not in a competition with nobody. The things I think about, nobody's thinking about it because it's not yours to think about. It's mine. It's my thoughts, my feelings, my experience. Everybody got their own. Why would you want to take somebody else? You got to work for it. I worked for mine, and I did it without complaining and murmuring. I didn't beg nobody to help assist me for everything. I asked if I mentioned you want to help me, and they do or they don't. That's the last time you'll hear about it. I'm not going to keep saying, oh, you want to help me to take care of something? You want to be in mama's life? You want to help me with... Listen, because I knew at the end there's going to be a story where people will have to answer for their decisions. Yes. You have to say why you did these things. What actions? What made you take these actions? What reasons did you have? And when all of you act surprised, everybody know everybody, people knowing people that they shouldn't be knowing, people talking to people that they... Well, I didn't know you was even talking. You knew such and such, and everybody knowing people that they shouldn't know, hanging with people that shouldn't be hanging with, doing all kinds of things that know that is deceitful. Oh my goodness, listen to yourself, my people. You did things in the eyes of the Lord to watch how you disgrace yourselves. And sexual morality, that's not some disorder that do porn and all these things that we can think of that can take us down the wrongest path and then make us succubus and incubus. You want to hump and grab on something at this time for the imposters. If you say you're a pastor or you're a preacher or you're doing anything governing kids, and if anything that was in foul play, I'm talking to all foul preachers, all the ones, whether you're a minister, a father, listen, I don't care who you is. I'm just going to say, I'm going to say the name, but I'm just going to say organizations. Muslim, all the organizations you could think of, all Christianity, all religions that you could think of. It doesn't mean that it's evil people that's in there. What I said is corrupted. It is funded. It is designed. It was developed by evil, wicked, spirited people, beings. This whole curriculum that we in. So when we in this whole cesspool, it don't mean that you can't get by. You can. I'm one of them. And I found the way out. And it's called learning yourself and understanding that the enemy can only go but so far. And when you reach your crown, they only go to 33rd degree. Why? Because that's how many bones you got in your backbone that reach up to your 33rd degree vertebrae. Either way, when you go above your neck to your crown, that's where the highest part at. How you gonna get me? You still down near clown. I don't know. Somebody got to find a way to work something out. Well, what must I do? Surely you must repent. Oh, what must I do? You must give up every goddamn thing. You need to leave those people alone if you want to save any part of you. You don't want to leave your family, your loved ones. No, I don't want to leave my family. I'm going to be so all alone. I can't believe it. I'm all alone. Why would they do this to me? Man, that's the best thing that ever happened to me. Leave me alone. That's the worst thing that could have happened to you. But that's the best thing that happened to me. I don't mind being alone. That's where I get everything from. Loving myself, appreciating. Yeah, telling the younger girl that when the younger one of yourself was young and she was scared and she didn't know what to do. You got to go back to your younger version of yourself and talk to yourself. Your inner self. I don't know how to tell people what to do, but when I'm telling you the order, I'm pointing you in the right direction. That is what I'm supposed to do. Is point us in the right direction. So the spirit of the Most High can work on you. I'm not there to hold nobody's hands and to make something magical. Be your own magic. Be your own flavor. Burn these people down so we can show all God's favor and be able to say, now every knee shall bow, because it's going to be a different balance, a different effect for people that didn't learn to see a different way. And say, well, if you found a different way, how come you listen? Just because you have people, how you want to block and then stick and poke and then ask stupid questions? How come you ain't do it yet? Well, I don't see it's happening. Well, if you stay out the way, I'm gonna ask your people very now, very loud, not even loud. I'm gonna just ask very nice. I'm gonna say it quietly, peacefully. Leave me alone. Please stop doing whatever spell works you're doing. And people that those things is forbidden. I'm telling you, it's forbidden. Why it's forbidden? Because it's innocent people getting hurt. There's so many children that's going missing and being hijacked and doing these wicked things. If you're coming from one because you got a problem with God, so y'all are spiritual haters that need to be sat down and exposed. Why? Because you're a part of a system that takes out their own family bloodlines for greed and gain of drink and drugs and sex for nothing, nothingness, just to say I belong to something that don't even know me. You don't even know who you are. They don't even know you, but they accept you. Here, come in. Look, you got empty-minded people. You didn't screen them. You said, well, I'm going to get my best to go after the best. What happened? Well, they couldn't compare. They could not finish the job. So now somebody else is in distress. Wow, why? Is that some? No, that's everybody. They're in conflict. They're having fights. They don't even have no bulletproof vests. Somebody's in trouble. What can I do? What must I? Listen, I pray that you people think about begging the Lord. I don't even think that. I mean, that's not even important at this time because it doesn't make sense. What are you begging for if you did it intently? I know I was doing stuff to you. I know I took from you. I know I took your home. I know I took took things from you. I've been to your home. I know I violated you. Sisters, cousins, and families that joined together. Oh, you was the one. You was getting everything, all the favor. Now we're gonna see how you like it when all us evil ones join together and you want in the back and nobody's coming to you because we're gonna block every goodness. If you have to work that hard, it says that you was weak anyway, and you're in a lot of fear. Because who would have to be in fear if somebody ain't all that? Well, what are you worrying about? Well, we ain't even worrying about you. Ain't nobody studying you. You old news. Leo, Virgo, Taurus, whoever. And it's funny to laugh at someone is really ridiculous. Think about it. If you could laugh with a man that laugh at another woman that he had children with, regardless if they grown, but a woman that whether they had children or not. But this man be with a woman, regardless if he's not who she think he is, or he's somebody else that dibbles and dabbles at night, or whatever it is. And he really don't love her, but he already got another squeeze. He already got somebody that he like a certain type. Oh, you was just moonshine. You was just to give us the light, and we was just to take off of you. You was a power plant. We was just powering off of you, and I was writing down everything. I was copying off of you. I was going through everything. I listened to you, and you was kind of telling me right, and sometimes it felt like you was dissing me, but I was watching. I was listening. I wanted to look up to you, but if you did, and all your people was watching, how come you feel so miserably? Why didn't you grow a heart? That's what you were supposed to do. I think I talk loud. You were supposed to grow a heart. You were supposed to think a little bit more to say, what if that happens to me? If that was my family, if this was done to me, what would I feel like? If somebody I cared about turned on me, my family too. They just treated me like I was nothing, like a Joseph. They sold me off like a Judas. They didn't even know me. They knew who I was and they act like I meant nothing. They turned their back on me. And then act even to this day, oh, well, as long as nobody don't say nothing, everything is good. No, it's not. Because if I gotta go through something, if I go through something, you're going through it way worse. If you hit my pockets, you hit your pockets too. If your soul ain't right and you coming after a righteous one to make one that it is righteous, to not to stand, but we don't want you to do it. But so what? You can cry, fold your arms, and get mad and pout about it. Do you think that your God is bigger than the one that the Most High that said, I got more power than you? I gave you yours. You think that if I take my protection back, I guarantee you, go ahead, you can use your work. Don't do your work. But when it don't work, you have no spiritual protection. So that way, even when it don't work, it's not going to work. That's a risk you people will have to take. If no spiritual protection on your end or from your ancestors, that's a tough one. Because you're going to need some protection in this life. The people that's in the unknown, I don't believe. I don't believe in that. I don't go deep. I don't want to hear about that. You jiggling, they got videos of women showing all their body parts. If you knew how beautiful and how disturbing it is, if you ever knew what we really are and how our body really works, the less, the more you keep your legs closed, the more spiritual strength you gain until the right one comes. That one will know you by your name and know you by your spirit. Just wait for it. I'm worrying about how it's going to look. I'm not talking, whatever it is. I'm saying heal yourself so that way when you're healed, you don't have to worry about healing somebody else and waiting for them to get there. Let that person earn your healing. Because if you did all the work and they just like, well, all I got to do is be covered under you and I'm blessed and that's it. No, that means you got to do your own work. This lady is not taking care of nobody else and pouring into nobody. If you can't help, never mind. That's it. It's coming to that's it. You can't come back. If y'all over there and you did it on purpose, you went against the great divine. But then that makes you, if you're an enemy of the Most High, that's how I feel too. Then you're an enemy of me that works for that one. Me and you can't be friends. No, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want nothing from you. If you can't do something right, genuinely, please, in your best interest, don't come talking or telling me about nothing, about nobody, and unless you want to apologize. I don't even want to know what your apology is. But if it's something that the Lord said, I'm going to do it if it's genuine. I'm I'm not fighting with nobody. Don't come to me with harm. Because when you had your time, I didn't tell you to be quiet. I didn't tell you to shut up. I didn't tell you not to shout too loud. I didn't tell you to go take a seat. You did everything smiling at the bitterness underneath your teeth in your spirit while God was watching you mark your bodies in your mind of the things that He gave. And we said we don't want it. We're not even going to look at ourselves that way and appreciate anything that you did for us because we didn't even have to ask. You already did it. And we ungrateful and we wanted more. And you gave it to that one. And we want to settle the score. And we don't like this. And we're going to be the villains in the world. And we're going to go across country and do all kinds of things and get other people to try to swallow this one girl. And what happened? She's still here. So that means that I don't know, at some point, you should stop. Now, let me say why you should stop. Because everything that everybody do, all of us, the things we do, we store our own karma. So however many people we offend, whichever life that we offended, in the depths of how deep we went, and if it didn't get addressed and it kept going, these are the narcissists, men and women, and you keep wanting to pull, and you hurt this person too. You don't want nothing else, and you dismiss them, leave them broken with no answers. And you go and take the next one. Whatever you should have took out on that one, you go take it out on the next one, but you started off nice. It's a cycle of a sickness. That's what it is. These are people that don't want to heal. They get off on hurting other people because it brings them a thrill. These are cheaters. are cheaters, whether they're cheating physically or just cheaters out of life. They make believe, act as if, and they need to be sat down because we need to act as to start acting and be of goddamn if. If you're already it, you don't have to act. You don't have to make believe you're something or kind of something that belongs, but not really because you're a misfit. A misfit. You're not fit. It's a misshot. You have to be fit in your spirit. You can look like everything to the world. Because deceive them. I don't care. Everybody that wants to be deceived, oh, we keep hearing, oh, this is nice. It is. All I know is that the Lord told me to speak. I know the real one because the other one will not separate. The Most High do not separate himself from righteousness. It would never happen. Ever. Darkness don't separate themselves from darkness. They're not going to tell themselves, yeah, we should be better. We need to be more in the light. Well, you do. You need to get out of the dark so you can learn better and say, you know what? It is a peaceful way that we can live in this world. We don't have to fight against if everybody got something that we all want. Why can't that make us peaceful? That's the same thing you do in the countries to country. Make peace. Okay, what's the issue? Why we got to use violence? Why are we killing over the land? It don't belong to just anybody. It belongs to us to cultivate, to share off of it. We all got to go down in it. So how are we fighting over something? Why are we fighting over things and wanting something that is frivolous? It doesn't go down with us anyway. Oh, but I can leave this behind. Leave what behind? You want to put somebody else, another Rican or somebody, another virgin that don't like certain black women or don't like a Latino. Listen, you know why I can say you? I spoke to you, and you shouldn't have been upset with me. Oh, you accused? I didn't accuse you. I asked you, and you confirmed what I was asking you. Both people. So when both people answer the question, sister in love with the same one, and this one messing with the friend, the Leo over here, you got listen, Creamy Grace. I will call your names out. I don't got time for y'all people. If you're still doing anything, wishing upon a star, families, I don't care who your families are, who everybody's connected to, I'm telling you. Sade's, these are my people that I said I grew up with. These are people I cared about. Where they at? Out and about. That's okay, stay. I'm on my way, doing my thing. I'm learning about why it's important to understand why we must grow. It's not to throw people away. It's to grow so they can see that it is possible to grow into another version of yourself without just looking for money. Be your own. Your mind should be your own business. Mind it. So you can see what's in front of you, so you can thank the Lord that you didn't give up on yourself and you didn't think to say, damn, I almost forgot to love myself. I was so much worrying about such and such, and she was telling me to love myself. That was the way to do it. Yeah, that was the way. That was the way. That is still the way. Love yourself. Because if you and yourself got to be your own best friend. You and yourself got to win again. You and yourself got to jump up again. You and yourself need to go back to sleep. You got to go to the bathroom together. When you hurt together. When you laugh together. When you're in pain, you're in pain together. When you hide together. That's not literally on some drugs. That just means that you're in a high state of mind. You're confident. You're comfortable. You are in high frequencies of yourself. So you are on your own natural high. So you can be that. What I'm saying is, if you ever get touched by anything in this life, touch yourself. Say, I'm worthy. Someone came to love me. God sent someone to touch my hand. Somebody to cook for me. Somebody spent time with me. Somebody, when I call, this person came through for me. She was there. She wasn't all the time, but when I need her, I can't say I can't depend. She's someone that's on call. She'll be your best friend. She will never let you down. She's loyal. She only like one man. And whoever she loves, that's it. She sees no one else. She's loyal to her friends and family. She's a defender. She stands up for what she believes. She's not a punk after all. I just had her misread. I didn't really get to know you. Maybe you should have did. Maybe you should have got to know me. Maybe sometimes we need to stop prejudging because we don't know what we judging. Because when you're doing that, you're judging yourself. By coming after someone, you would never thought, I'm telling my whole life story. By coming after this one, you mean this is pain. I would smile. I can be like, ain't nothing happening. Something is happening because nobody don't go through nothing by doing something to me and have a good life and go to sleep and have a good day. Life is grand. It's beautiful today. You may get a couple of seconds, might get a moment. But trust me, no bad deed is going unpunished in this world. Nowhere. No how. You don't see the waters. You don't see the disasters. Mother Nature is turning it up. People, the best thing I can say, regardless of what's happening or don't happen or why it's happening, pay attention to know that if you know that you're a believer, people that believe to believe not. I'm tired of non-believers that make believe they believe. If you're in a situation they lose a lot of faith, oh my God, look what's happening. Look what's going to happen to us. What are we going to be doing? What are we going to do? How are we going to make it? Do you not know that every time something stops, that it's always something to replace it? Or do you think that God will leave you out? If you know, you said the Lord ain't never disappoint me. I thank God that the Lord got favor with me when they have favor with the Most High itself, herself, greatest thing that ever happened. Beautiful spirit, yes, good sound and be strong as a masculine because that's when we get on our authoritative side. That's our warrior side. I have it. Yeah, I don't use it just for any miscellaneous thing. You got to use it when it calls for it. It's time to sit down. It's time for the enemy to be beheaded, figuratively, or whichever way. What I'm saying is, it's time for them to sit down. It's no more hurting. It's a jig is up. We know who you are. We know what you do. We know what you come to do. Trick us, lie, steal, use us, abuse us, poke us, and then off us, and then try to get rid of us. Everybody goes. Sister, little crybaby. Why are you crying? I love you. I didn't want you to not to be able to speak to me, but I can't make people that don't. Then it's a bittersweet. Can I love and still walk away? Yes. Do I miss anything? No. I'm not going to miss nothing that you don't miss. I'm just not. I'm not going to put more weight on myself, memories and things that nobody else cared about. And it was a facade. All right, well, then I'm going to take it as a lesson. Lesson learned. Okay, don't trust these people. You want to come hiking? My spirit said, oh, hell no. I was into it. And then you ain't going, people try to do things to take you off somewhere off your mark. I said, self, no, I'll stay here. Even in my dreams, I get out. Real life. I'm getting out. Get out the way. Are you planning? All right, well, I'll be over here. I could feel, what I'm saying is, my people, my loved ones, it's a very hurtful thing to do to someone that was kind, that God just even if you didn't know, but somebody just was kind to you, that even thought something, that even care something about somebody, that even wasn't even careable, that didn't need that much concern, that much effort. But she saw something, somebody, or he saw something in a woman that she didn't see in herself or didn't see in him. He was never good enough. So the same way I was treated, somebody else treated, another woman treated that man like that. Broken women, broken men, and then they come broken to you, and you like, I'm they think you broken because you need them and you struggling or whatever. And then when you don't need, then they're like, oh, I gotta go. This one, she don't need me. I can't play with this one. I gotta run away to somebody that's not independent. Most of us women, the ones that I spoke to, is independent, but some of them is still babies because they handle and they respond immaturely by their emotions. They not fully developed. And a grown man that knows that whether you married, I'm not married. Whatever you is why you couldn't be with me, because whatever I wanted, you didn't. It doesn't matter, people. I'm not complaining. I'm not crying about it. What I'm saying, I learned my self-worth. That's more important. Somebody don't love and they not ready, don't get mad at them. They need to stay in their lane. They need more life lessons. They didn't get it. They don't want to change. You can't want to change. You can't say, "Well, I didn't read. I'm straight." Nobody's straight if you on the wrong side. I ain't know nobody that healed by being on the opposite side, doing the wrong thing with the wrong people, and saying, "I'm still connected to these wrong people, but I'm healing. I'm getting better." All right. It don't go like that. You have to be self-sufficient somewhere to be on your own or to be talking to someone that is healed. Ain't nobody that I know in my family line that is healed. None. Not no one. Nowhere, no how at all. None. Now, my children, they not even getting they in the process. So these are children as an adult and families that have been going to church, praying to somebody God and doing all these things. Not one understand the consciousness of being your spiritual, enlightened being self. That is your God's conscious. Okay, it's going to tell you how to protect yourself. It's going to tell you how to stay out of trouble. It's going to tell you how to duck, how to dodge some bullets. It's going to tell you some good things about yourself. Be careful how you treat people because that could be the one person that can save you. I was sent to save someone. They rejected me. I don't want to be saved by you. I don't want love. Love don't supposed to live here. Let me run away from it. It's not the person's fault. That's not what I'm saying. It's sometimes we grow up in situation institutions with family and they do dark things. They use dark secrets and they do things that's harmful, incest, abusing, beatings, and things like that as children. So sometimes children, same sex, or the fathers or mothers. I heard many stories from others about what they had to go through in their families. And I'm listening to our families as being attacked generationally at the expense of the young ones, that nobody talks for them. Who listens to them? Who cries for them? Who watches for them when nobody want to listen to them and they turn their back? Oh, you talk too much. I may talk a lot, but I have something to say. If you listen, it would have changed your life. If it's things I told you and you didn't listen, you want to go to your enemy. And I said they're going to do everything that you did to me. They're going to laugh at you because that's how they see you, as silly when you're not around. He think I'm going to be holding his hand. You think I'm going to be doing this. When you love someone, you love them, flaws and all. Even a family, if their family is a little crazy, whatever, you love everything that comes from them. I did. That wasn't accepted. It was rejected. Okay, no problem. Sisters, people that are housed in my home don't even call me to say, hey, I was thinking about you because so many things done happened. Now and it's so awkward. I don't know what I could say to you. But you don't call me, so I figure I shouldn't call you. You say you don't want to be bothered. Not with people that's not genuinely trying to make amends. No, I don't. I don't have time for people to halfway act like they want to do something but still acting retarded. That don't make sense to me. If you don't want to apologize and you're not ready, but you want to still be deceived, you want to come around, you want to be somebody, but not really, do yourself a favor. Stay on that side because it's not fear, it's not wise to come to someone that is in the knowing, understanding that, oh, This is how the enemy go. Every time something happens, the enemy got to show it, got to rear its ugly head, got to do something. Some type of weird surprise to break your feelings and break your focus. Oh, who can he use here? Use your kids too. Go ahead. Oh, somebody's sick. Somebody got a disease. Who can it be? Oh, I don't know. Can it be me or you? No, I'm not even in that mess. I'm outside. God saved me by the thank you, Most High. Thank you for guiding me, my ancestors, to safety. Yes, I was led to safety to get away because anytime some man is doing something with a whole bunch of people and they all in on it or even blackmailing, why would you do that to someone and then say you got love? And I told you there's no love there. Why would you want to stay with these people because they look good? They're going to make you feel everything that looks good. You ain't going to be thinking about that after you take that, finish swallowing the pill. You want to think again. Did you learn a lesson to stop jumping after everything that looks good, everything that shines, everything? Oh, everybody's saying this one is nice. Everybody say you got to use a mind of your own. Women, if you're anything like me, as an Aries, as a fire sign, most of us like strong men and nothing less. I like strong women to be on my team. I don't like weaklings that can't stand up to say, family, you're wrong. I want to be who I want to be, and I like who I like. I want to be an authoritative. I want to be favored by God if God came to save my life and He sent someone to do it. Now, in the turn away, but I'm gonna act like I don't. You don't want that type of love. You don't. Never mind. You don't have to get it. Somebody else. Me. I said, thank you, Lord, that I could love myself because I seen what you got inside of me that I can't buy nowhere. It's not a regular joker that can give me the peace and the joy and the knowledge and wisdom and understanding that you gave me. Nowhere, no how, nowhere. That means that, well, because of that, that means that this system don't exist. Fear don't exist unless I give it permission. Either way, it don't exist because I don't give it no more permission. Whatever I used to be scared of, let me give you a little hint. I'll tell you another thing. I haven't been scared since I was 5 years old. Now I saw E.T. in my closet. I don't know if I saw the movie first or not. Either way, I called it a monster. So I had to not sing the movie, otherwise I would have called it what it was. I was 5 years old. Either way, I was already being in touch from people out of here. So I didn't listen. Either way, you can believe whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. Everybody know the ones that do, we talk alike, we travel, we get to see things and get information and see visions and things that other people can't because God only talked to his people that did the work to change themselves so we could get to our higher conscious self, so we could be in our right mind and aligned in our own spiritual self, so we could see the demons before they even start to work. And if they call your name and they're working on something, they're already, when you hear my name, you're going to remember me. You're going to hear me in your sleep. You're going to see me when you wake. I don't care what it is. If somebody did something wrong to this lady here, I'm saying it. I'm putting it out. If you don't leave me alone, if you didn't leave me alone, if you still was talking about me, if you did anything, you had anything that belonged to me, if I had it first, second, or third, it doesn't matter if something belonged to me and I cared about it and it didn't care, or you did something to take it away, or whatever it is to put me and reject me and put me in harm's way for any reason with my children, attack my children is the wrong thing to do. I pray and I say, return to sender. That's what I say to you. Because to the rest of the ones that is not, that is thinking, the one that is changing, I thank God. Yes, I want you to be saved because it's a beautiful thing to come from the ashes and say, I know why I changed, and I'm thankful that somebody said I can be better than what I was. I don't need a man or a situation or all these things to govern me. You govern yourself. If the universe, if the Lord mind said that you belong, why wouldn't she make us prepared for the way that we designed to travel? Why wouldn't we be prepared for what we're about to face? It doesn't make sense. Think about it. So I'm gonna stop here, my loved ones. I'm going to just say this. If the Lord ever reach out for you, why don't you reach back for the Lord? Why is something, a power that loves you, that made you whole, and say, I made you wonderfully and fiercely made. Why won't you fight for me? Why don't you stand for me? Why don't you stand and unite for me? I don't know. But when I think about that one, yeah, I think about yes, I should. You should stand up. You should say something. You should say no. That's enough of that because there's too many fakers. There's too many children being led astray. They're taking us down. They taking down our family bloodlines. No, and surely someone needs to break these generational curses so we can be able to go a straight away. Surely it's peace. We could have peace. Everybody could get something. Everybody could find something that we don't have to fight each other for. I shouldn't have to lie to you. I shouldn't have to kill no more. We shouldn't have to do these things. I think it's time to settle the score. I think it's time for some people to go to bed, go sit down. It's time to get out of here. It's time to make room now. Because if you don't want to change yourself and change your life because you want to be bitter and hateful, no, this one can't be. Prove me wrong. You already been proven wrong when you went to the other side. It was a distraction. You let it distract you. Why? Because you wanted to be the meanest villain, because you don't think that it's something better that you can do besides opening up our legs and bending over and doing all these things to look pretty, to get how many clicks and giggles. Everybody wants me. They all say I'm beautiful. Everybody's tripping over me. Everybody likes me. Everybody's this. Whatever it is, if it's your beauty, then your beauty should be within. It should have some sense of virtue that you don't see with a man or any woman to tell a man to go hurt another woman because she's threatened by another one, that you would tell him to go hurt another soul. In your soul, you don't think that you even worth, that don't have no weight on you, that you would say go crush another woman that's a mother like you. You don't see the resemblance. No, her life is worthless, mine is better. Really? How? And then you call yourself a woman or a mother. It's a disgrace. Swinging, swingers all over the place, pretending down low. I'm working on a down low. I don't want you to tell us so. I don't want nobody else to ever know. I'll take it to the grave, you know. Well, not today you won't. I'm busting it up. I'm telling you, I'm not worrying about somebody feel a certain way. You feel a certain way, me too. Did somebody think about, oh, what if this person is hurt? What did I do? Shouldn't I change? What must I do? You must heal yourself and look at who is telling you to drain your own life, to say, go against the most divine that gave you both sides and gave you a power that it could take away and you could have nothing, but you was able to have everything because God said, I'm going to give you somebody that's loyal, that loves you like me. They won't see your flaws. They will love you gently, and to think to turn and to have people to slander friends and to think they got others and come into place in a short period of time to say something about this one that did no harm to no one from her youth. I'm in my 40s. I travel a straighter way because I wanted to live a righteous way. I thought about what I wanted to look like, what I want my children to know about me. I thought about things. So I thought about treating people the way I want people to treat me. I want to love people, give more of my love so life can give it back to me by being fair, kind, honest, strong. Yeah, you got to have something. You got to have a little flair. But I'm not fighting over nobody that don't fight for you. If you got to fight for a person, a man or a woman, they don't belong to you. Because God don't give us somebody to fight for or fight over. He's going to give you a healed virgin of a person that understands your virtue, understands your kingdom, and sees you as a blessing. And that man receives it as the same. Not because he looked at the beauty, but he looked at the one that learned life lessons and that was willing to teach even through her own pain. That's something. The same people that hurt, she's willing to teach you. Yes, because you need to know the right way, because you keep saying you don't know. What if nobody don't know? What if we didn't know? Nobody didn't teach us. So if somebody teach you, you damn well better want to listen. because then you don't get no more tickets. There's no more freebies. There's no more hopefully somebody cancel and I can take their spot. Nobody's canceling their own body spot. And if somebody moved and missed, you still can't get in because you still missed your spot. In order to fight back is to love yourself and to get away from things and people and places that was telling you the wrong thing, to not to save yourself. That's to everybody and all of us, or everybody and all of us. That's the same for me. I need lots of prayer because things and people in dark places is trying to attack me, even though I got my ancestors, my family that's rooting for me. But I ask you to pray for me as I pray for me. It's time to wake up. Bye for now. I'll be back again.